It's no secret that the housing market is booming, but with the COVID epidemic is causing a new, lesser-known land rush. Some investors are willing to pay millions of dollars for land in areas other than New York and Beverly Hills. The plots, in reality, do not exist in the real world. Instead, the region can be discovered online in a collection of virtual worlds known to IT insiders as the Metaverse. Why are investors paying real money for virtual land? How big is the Metaverse? Stay tuned to find out. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure that post notifications are turned on so that you never miss a video from us. Without further ado, let's dive in. Plot prices have surged by as much as 500% in the 2 months since Facebook said it was going all in on virtual reality and renaming its company name to Meta Platforms. In these virtual worlds, actual people interact as cartoon-like entities known as avatars, similar to a real-time multiplayer video game. Individuals can already enter these worlds using a normal computer screen, but Meta and other companies hope to create 360-degree immersive worlds that people may enter using virtual reality goggles like Meta's Oculus in the future. According to a new study conducted by crypto asset manager Grayscale, the digital world might soon be worth $1 trillion. In this video, major artists like Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and DJ Marshmello perform as their own avatars. Paris Hilton even hosted her own New Year's Eve party on a virtual island. Another attractive metaverse environment is the Sandbox, where Janine Yourio's virtual real estate development company, Republic Realm, spent a record $4.3 million on a parcel of virtual land. Now, it's easy to buy virtual land either directly from the platform or through a developer. Investors build structures on their land to make it more engaging. It is possible to change it up, beautify it, and renovate it. The Meta Collective DAO, a collection of Miami-based venture capitalists, utilized a virtual real estate broker to buy 23 properties in the Sandbox, a user-generated blockchain-based virtual world, for prices starting at 1 ETH, about $3,000 8 months ago. A neighboring property sold for roughly 42 ETH when it was put up for sale. The land pixels really adjacent to the Bored Ape Yacht Club property, a bustling NFT community, and an Adidas plot. Sandbox Hill Road is the name chosen as a tribute to Silicon Valley's famed Sand Hill Road, and the Sandbox, the platform where this land exists. The value of the parcels has already increased tenfold, making their holdings potentially worth millions of dollars. If the metaverse is designed to embrace everything that exists virtually from digital art to virtual worlds, then the real estate plots that are being scooped up can be considered a sort of metaverse investment, often referred to as NFTs. Users can choose from a variety of virtual worlds including the Sandbox, Decentraland, CryptoVoxels, Earth 2, Nifty Island, Superworld, and Wilder World, which all provide hyper-realistic graphics, game options, and communities of specific types of early adopters. You'll see a flat map of company logo strewn amid land-shaped masses made up of bright pixels if you open the Sandbox in a web browser right now. Each of those pixels, or plots, is a real-world property worth real money. While the concept of scarcity is a farce online, it is often genuine in these worlds, as it is in ours. On the other hand, objects on CryptoVoxels resemble an early-stage video game with blank walking mannequins. The blank squares at Meta Collective have great plans. It is all about turning this piece of the future internet into a learning center or university for self-education on all things Web3, according to Drew Austin, the managing partner at venture capital syndicate Redbeard Ventures and Meta Collective's CEO. He anticipates virtual classes, user-rentable dorm rooms, and a full social experience. Purchasing a domain name or securing a decent social media handle is one way to think about it. If email served as our Web 1 house and social profiles such as Facebook or Instagram page served as our Web 2 home bases, then the personal property in the form of virtual real estate may serve as the Web 3 version. On the other hand, Web 3 property is designed to be something you, the end user, can develop yourself, rather than being reliant on providers or platforms to design, govern, and control the experience. It might mean something far more dynamic and active for brands in their present digital presence. Individuals may be able to earn money by playing video games or selling goods. Platforms and developers who are raking in investment cash from early customers are the main winners, at least for the time being. The Sandbox's parent company, Animoca Brands, has announced that it is now worth $5 billion, up from just over $2 billion in 2021. Roblox, a more established gaming world, was valued at $42 billion when it went public on the New York Stock Exchange in March of 2021. According to one study, virtual gaming worlds might be worth $400 billion by 2025, with the Metaverse business as a whole valued at over $1 trillion. Now, many of the early adopters of virtual real estate are investing in both the platforms and personal plays like DAOs, buying and developing additional land so that their bullishness is ultimately self-serving. Web3 investors, on the other hand, are in high demand. According to CNBC, virtual property prices have risen by as much as 500% after Facebook's much-hyped move to Meta. Plots in some virtual worlds are already the same price as a real-world home. So if the casual user experience is lacking, new means to claim land and plans to develop a property are being added on a regular basis. One Sotheby's has just stated that in the Sandbox, they will create a virtual version of a real-world property, with ownership crossing over. Meanwhile, an unidentified bidder paid $450,000 for the house next door to Snoop Dogg, counting on proximity to a famous neighbor as a value add, just like Meta Collective is betting on Bored Ape Yacht Club. One developer at CryptoVoxels is proposing to construct a New York Stock Exchange-style trading center and a home for crypto-native enterprises, such as DeFi protocols, in their centrally located Frankfurt property, which they purchased because it allows for larger virtual structures. The goal is for it to become a key center in the cosmos, one that will be of actual use as we go into virtual realms. If this all sounds like a little far-fetched, your pessimism is justified. Even investors have a healthy amount of skepticism when it comes to the current iterations of virtual worlds. Commercial real estate in the metaverse is clearly going to play a significant role in the global real estate business in future years. In the fall of 2021, Tokens.com signed a letter of intent to buy 50% stake in Metaverse Group's digital real estate portfolio, with the latter seeking to market the offerings as the first REIT for digital real estate. According to the Metaverse Group, a public listing could come in 2022 or 2023. Because the digital property is becoming more popular, companies like the Metaverse Group perform many of the same tasks as a traditional real estate agency when it comes to buying, selling, and marketing. Some people are skeptical that investing in digital real estate would prove to be wise in the long run as prices climb and bidders appear crazed about virtual land. Despite the high cost, interest in metaverse real estate continues to grow, particularly as the coronavirus outbreak has brought more people online and increased their willingness to virtual mingle. Celebrities who have been open about their digital real estate endeavors pose a threat to those interested in metaverse real estate. Other companies such as Meta, formerly Facebook, and Microsoft have taken notice of Metaverse's popularity and are eager to participate. Now, despite the ups and downs of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, metaverse assets like traditional real estate continue to prosper. The popularity of NFTs, combined with an increase in interest in online settings, contrasts with the restricted amount of land available in virtual worlds within the metaverse, driving up costs. Decentraland, for example, contains only 90,000 land pockets. Even investing firms are putting their toes in the metaverse to see how they may get involved. In contrast to traditional real estate, the metaverse will be more than a buzzword due to its high valuations, popularity, and simplicity of owning and selling virtual land. Skilled investors and buyers who grab up properties in prime locations will seem very savvy as more people enter the metaverse, comparable to the domain name scramble in the early days of the internet. As the metaverse evolves and expands, digital real estate will develop and expand. Ahead of the curve, buyers and investors should expect the metaverse real estate boom to continue. The various use cases will ensure that a person has multiple opportunities to make higher profits and be a part of a world as new as the ocean still is for human beings. So make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe to this channel, and let us know in the comment section below about your opinions on the world of Metaverse.